Hi, we're using Fusion, and I want to show you how to take models that you may have created and turn them into STLs so you can 3D print them. So this is a simple, well, it's not a simple model. I made this by placing a canvas down and using the spline tool, and you'll be able to see how I did that in other videos. But I'm using this as an object just to show you what the process is to take something and go to an STL. One of the important things, which I don't have to worry about with this model, and I'll maybe show you with another model, but in order for the STL conversion to work, you need one body. And one way to see how many bodies you have is to look in your browser right here. And if I expand this bodies thing, you can see I have one body. So if I click that, it selects everything. So you don't have to have anything selected when you start this. It's just good to know that you should only have one body before starting the process of making an STL. If you don't have one body, then you're going to want to combine them, which involves this tool. And I have another video that shows how to join models by using the combine menu. So you can check that out if you need to. Otherwise, I will assume you have a one body object that you want to turn into an STL. And I'm using at this current time, I'm using the newest version of Fusion360. And it has a tools menu, which is something that's fairly new. But under the tools menu, the first thing listed is 3D print. When you click that, a properties box opens. And it usually has this ticked. So it's expecting that you want to export it to a print utility. I prefer not doing that. I prefer to get an STL, and then I bring that STL into whatever slicer software I'm using. So I'm going to deselect this. And once that's deselected, it gets a lot easier, so to speak. I click my model to say this is the one I want to 3D print. And notice when I click the model, I can now click OK. And when I click OK, it turns into basically a save as dialog box that's going to turn this into an STL file. So I could save this as Charger because it's a horse logo and we call it the Charger. And I'm going to name it Magnet because it's got a little hole in the back where I could put a magnet. So I'll probably be printing this later. And yeah, once I click save, we couldn't see it when it did it, but if I open my Explorer file, you can see if I go to my desktop folder in my 3D print queue, you can see there's the Charger magnet I just made. So now I'm good to bring that into Cura or whatever slicer software you use. I hope that it's helpful to you. Happy modeling and happy 3D printing.